Good morning, all. I hope you slept well. I'm not feeling the greatest. There's been a bug going around, and it's just not feeling the greatest, but we're going to power through. Lots of people sick with stomach bugs, flu symptoms, just a lot going on. It's important to take care of yourself right now, that's for sure. What a day yesterday. Yesterday was a busy day. The internet's going cuckoo. The internet's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. The bots are on fire with everything going on with Erica. I'm going to rewatch Candace's episode yesterday because there are so many connections in reference to Erica. Like, my grandfather's name was Jack. My ex-husband was from Ohio, Cincinnati area. His family was. As well as there were some belated documents filed in reference to my divorce and forged, as well as my divorce was finalized in like a couple of months. And it's like, if you need to back up everything I'm saying, just go talk to them. Just go talk to them. I'm sure they got all the answers for you. I know they had some narrations to provide you. Better yet, go look at the websites. It's all online. All of my documents are online. You can find them online. The ones that they haven't taken down yet. There's a lot of documents they have taken down when it comes to my grandparents and stuff like that. That's all stuff I've started unpacking too. There's a lot of stuff that's been taken down off the tax assessor. Obituaries have been taken down. Different court filings have been taken down when it comes to houses and deeds and stuff like that. So it's like things that make you go, It also came to me, I have found myself surrounded by a lot of women where their husbands have passed away abruptly. Whether that be because of a catastrophic, horrific accident, whether that be a health issue that came out of nowhere. Yeah. And I think it's comical because you look at Erica, and it's like, not only do you have the TPUSA taking over TPUSA, all that, but you have, I'd imagine there's probably life insurance all up in there too. People would be doing some funky stuff for some life insurance too. Yeah. People be doing weird stuff for insurances, period. And it's also crazy to hear on the other side of the spectrum how much insurances go against their customers, their homeowners, their clients, in reference to being held accountable to cover different things that they're paid for every month. And then you've got CEOs of insurance companies making $31 million a year. I mean, you can't tell me that these people aren't cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs in the head. There is no reason why a CEO should be making $31 million a year. That's absolutely insanity. That's insanity. Where in the world do you need that much money to live? What do you do with the money? What do you do with the money at that point? I think it's comical to see all the stuff on Jelly Roll and Bunny. I guess she wrote a book. Yeah, sure. Okay, you did. I guess you're doing great with the sales. Yeah, sure. Okay, you are. Okay, keep buying it. Keep buying it. Golly, you guys have no conscience. I don't believe that as far as you throw it. There is zero way you wrote that book, honey bunny. You might have gave them 5 sentences and then they turned it into something. And what could it possibly be about? What could it possibly be about? You and Jelly being like Epstein, per his words? Oh my gosh. People. I went and met with someone. I'm in the process of trying to get my own place. And it's moving in a good direction. Man, my little community, man. It trips me out sometimes. Some of the stuff I pick up on. But it's whatever. I'm always up for people to ask me questions if they got questions, and I appreciate that. she asked me why, she was talking to me about my videos and stuff like that. And it was so nice to have that conversation and give her a perspective. There's various different ways and reasons why I started making my videos in October 2024. It was a big portion of my healing because I completely cut everybody else out of my life because nothing and no one in my life was making sense. And I knew that there was something going on around me and everybody in my life was somehow entangled in it. That's what I did know. 100% I did know. And nobody was going to sit here and gaslight me and manipulate me and lie to me and tell me otherwise. That's what I knew. Okay? So I cut everybody out. I wanted to take a month to myself and go in and heal. Well, they all went sideways. They all lost their marbles. They got really upset about that. So kind of opened my eyes that it really wasn't a friendship. I kind of, and it's unfortunate. It really is. But people are very evil. People do evil things. People do evil things for money. That's for darn sure. But, so that said, I started making my videos to kind of heal out loud. But I also knew that nothing in my life was making sense. I'd had a lot of stuff done to me that was 100% illegal. Because of my memory, I could go down verbatim to certain situations, certain conversations, certain situations at work, phone calls, conversations, text messages, which of course have all been deleted from my phone. And so I knew something was going on. I knew it. I could just feel it in my inner body that ever since I resigned for that company and everything that followed it in that 5-hour conversation with my boss, nothing was making sense in my life. Absolutely nothing. Nothing was making sense in my life before it, but dang sure after it, it was like they started throwing the darts on a whole different level, right? And so at that point, I started making my videos to start sharing my story and healing. Because I knew, without a doubt, with every beacon fiber bone in my body that everybody in my life, and even people that weren't in my life anymore, took it upon themselves to spread narrations, rumors, lies, smear campaigns that weren't true. I knew it. Don't ask me how, but I knew it. Intuition, my dreams, my inner knowing, my higher self, plus the obvious. It's just obvious. You start watching people, you start picking up on how people respond, different innuendos, different code words, different talking points. You start when you realize that you're in a simulation, you realize that you're in a targeted experience, you kind of start picking up on the different angles and different tactics that they use. So I knew that was happening. And so I started making my videos in reference to healing, sharing my side of the story, because not to mention, I know how these people operate. You gotta understand, I worked for them for 8.5 years. I was married to my ex-husband. Not to mention I'd known him since I was a younger kid. I know how these people operate. I know how they operate. I know how low, blow, down below, under the ground, these people roll, okay? I know what they will do to hide their secrets, hide their lies, hide their illegal activities. I know. Furthermore, I know how they talk about other people. I know what they've said about other people. I know what they've done to other people, okay? And so if they've done that to other people, it would be ignorant. It would be oxymoron for me to believe that they wouldn't do such a thing to me. However, never in my wildest dreams thought it would fast forward to 2026 and where we're at now, and everything that I've unraveled, everything that I know, and everything that's transpiring around the world, globally, nationally, and somehow, some way, I'm entangled in it as well. I never would have thought that it would have gotten to this point. But God puts you through seasons for a reason. That, I know without a doubt. With every beacon fiber bone in my body, He also hears the words coming out of other people's mouths that you don't hear, and he sees the heart and the minds of those around you and their plans. And when you're surrounded by people that are moving and operating disingenuousness and corruption around you,